Isn't that a good question? I think that Cameron has one with Carrie. Cam Westcott has one with Carrie Brinningham, the last that I checked. I assume that that is still in existence. So, but there you go. Get your tickets to Sonia, get your tickets to Countess Lou, Lala, and stand by and get your tickets to David and Sarah coming soon.
Stand by, coming soon, coming in 2022.
Okay, what else? You were telling me something that people are debating online. I guess it's a slow week in news. People are debating online if they feel more inclined to be close and warm and fuzzy with Jen Shah or Erika Jayne. And you're telling me that people are saying like Erika Jayne isn't so bad anymore. Is that, did I misread your text this morning?
Correct. So it's very interesting to me. People are now, of course, for how long did we look on Twitter during Beverly Hills, the last season of Beverly Hills? People were like trashing Erika left and right. I thought Erika did really well this season. I mean, yes, could she have been more empathetic to the victims? Absolutely. But also if she didn't do anything wrong and she wasn't aware that Tom was stealing, and I feel like she probably wasn't. I think the money was rolling in, and why did she have any reason?
I was going to say, are you sure of that? Because I think there's listeners that aren't necessarily. I mean, I don't know if we just skipped over that she didn't know anything. I think there's plenty of people that, listen. I did the whole series last season with Catherine Edwards. Catherine had some harsh statements towards Erika. And look, I said all along, I don't think the American public, I mean, listen, reach out to us, guys. We're curious what you think. I don't think that the American public is ready to ingratiate Erika, but I do think that, I mean, she's still doing things. Like she still just didn't give back the earrings. They were talking about that on The Real recently. And Garcelle was like, look, I don't give a fuck if you knew or didn't know. You're still associated with this, just give the earrings back. I mean, there are actual victims. I feel twofold on this. I'm not getting into whether she knew or didn't know. I think that without doing any research, I bet you the American people listening to this are still not so thrilled with Miss Erika Jayne, but I do feel that people are going to soften over time, and there will be people that come out and are on Erika's side. I do, eventually, some.
Well, there's all kinds of rumors. There's reportedly she's, falling behind on her rent. She has a place here in Hancock Park in Los Angeles, which is so beautiful and like old school Hollywood. Well, according to Life and Style, they say she's struggling to make ends meet after being accused of aiding and abetting. Tom Girardi, I've seen this 2 or 3 places. The bankruptcy claims are now at $517 million.
Well, that is crazy. Also it's come out like with that. I showed you she made, I think, around $270-something thousand for the reunion as a bonus, as opposed to Mary Cosby's $18,000. We talked about that here. And I think overall with her 600 and whatever thousand salary, she rumored to have made 1 point something from RHOBH last season. So this is where people are like, we don't understand the definition of that you can't make ends meet. She's in the 2,000 square foot rental. I assume she's in the same place still, which she decorated very nice. And what more does one single person need? I mean, yeah, I imagine that is 12,000 a month I think she was paying less. She was getting some discount, but all right. So you're paying 10,000 a month. I mean, you make 1 point something.
Yeah, but her legal
ends meet to me. Oh, is it the legal fees? Her
legal fees are insane. Insane. I mean,
yeah, that makes sense.
She's had to defend herself against some. I'm not saying she shouldn't. And yes, give back the jewelry. But I don't know. I'm an EJ fan for life. I love her. I think, I know she has this kind of cold demeanor. I love to relate, Tom's obviously, Tom's a con artist, and it's disgusting what he did. And, to me, his law partners are probably more, should be held more accountable than EJ, because they worked with him every day. They saw the accounting. They had to have, their names are on the building. You know, it was Girardi Keys. Like, you know, to me, it's like, hello, are they giving back their Porsches? Are they giving, you know, I hope
No.
so.
Listen, the
If
one
she
thing
is,
I can tell you about the world, and again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving
tell
you,
us.
I mean, money. My good friend, Ms. Lauper, some refer to her as Cindy. Miss Cindy Lauper once said, money changes everything. And it's what people will do for money. And I don't care, you know, if you have less
Oh, they'll
money
do
than
anything.
10,000, 5, whatever it is, but whatever your threshold is, people will do things for money. And there are very good, kind, moral people that exist in the world. And then there's a lot of other people that just will do anything for money. And anyone that's listening, that's like, fuck you, David, blah, blah, blah. Just be real. Just be, you know, have the conversation when the lights are out tonight, like, and you're alone or you're with your lover or your one night stand or your husband. Just be honest with yourself. You would do a lot of things for money. Let's just be honest. There's not judging you. So money, it gets complicated, right?
I think Erika's in a really bad way. I do. Because I mean, you're talking, this is the woman who told us, you know, $40,000 a month on Glam. Like, this is the woman, you know, like all of us, right? I think everybody to some degree wants the dream of being rich and famous. She did. She moved out here when she was 20. She married a guy 30 years older. She, you know, supported him until the tides turned and he said, okay, I'm going to do everything, including obviously defrauding people, to make you famous. He did. She's, you know, again, I'm not saying that she shouldn't deserve some backlash, but she's gotten so much heat. And it's like, they're still coming. I think they are going to nail her to the cross when I just feel like there's probably people in Tom's circle that are not on television that knew a lot more than EJ. That's all I'm saying. And those people, we never hear a dime. And I guarantee they're still living in their mansions in Beverly Hills.
Listen, I see it all different ways. You know what I mean? So I get it. It's gonna be an great season. Andy just said that the premiere is the best episode in history and has also said other things, but it's not going to be all about Erika this season. It's going to be a good season. Now,
okay.
Now, moving along. We
all
talk
right.
about whatever you want to talk about, just some local Jersey stuff quickly, and then we have to get into, because you, girl, well, I'd like to also know what you'd like to talk about, but the rumor is that you got some current text from Candace Dillard, but here's the deal. Here's the deal of what's going on. Melissa opened a new Envy. I'm just giving you, you know, this is what's going on in my backyard. Melissa moved her store from Montclair to another part of Jersey. There's a new Envy store. Yay, whoever wants to shop at Envy. She had her opening. It was the same night that it's in Ridgewood, that Margaret and Mart Sr. signed books this week. Yay, we love Margaret and Mart Sr. They are like family to me. Kim D had her annual or biannual Posh fashion show, talking about that soon. So there's a lot going on in Jersey. There's a lot going on